Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Vinny, the wrestling figure historian.
Welcome back to Nerd News Today, and today we've got a special wrestling figure review. We've looked at all these figures before, haven't we?
I believe so.
Yeah, so what's different about them?
There's something around some of their waist.
That is true. You'll notice right here, folks, we've got a few championship belts on our figures. And these belts were made by the Wrestling Figure Workshop on Instagram. So you see here we've got the world title, the classic tag team belts, the Intercontinental belts. But these aren't just any belts.
No, they're made of the classic Hasbro style.
Now, Hasbro didn't really make much belts. They only made one belt,
They
essentially.
only made one belt with two variations.
Yeah, so all they made was their version of the World Championship.
And it only came with the rings.
The only way to get it was to buy that ring. And of course, as I mentioned in the last video I did with these toys, when I bought my ring, it didn't have a belt in it.
It sucks for you.
I got hosed.
That you did.
But thankfully, Wrestling Figure Workshop has made these belts here. And we looked at them in another video, and we loved them.
Yeah, they were great.
And as you can see here too, you notice that they're on both the originals, which you can see with the Bulldog and the Hogan, as well as the current retros that are made by Mattel. So they fit both sizes, and they look good in all of them. But we're not here to talk about these, because we already did this.
So I heard you got a new shipment recently?
I did. So on Wrestling Figure Workshop's eBay page, he just released some new items, and we happen to have them in this handy-dandy envelope here, all the way from merry old England.
Ah, tally-ho.
Yes. So we're actually looking at a few belts that he put out before this, as well as a new limited edition release. So we're going to take a look at basically today all the colored belts from Wrestling Figure Workshop. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and let's start with... Boom! We got a pair of white belts.
Ooh.
We got a white World Championship and a white Intercontinental title. Look at that.
Ooh, these look really nice.
Yeah, they really pop with the white, right?
Yes, they do. No, the gold detail definitely pops out with the white.
But that's not all. We also have the purple World Championship belt and the yellow Intercontinental title.
Oh, look how sweet they are.
That's right. So Mattel has not even made these yet.
No.
Which is crazy to think.
Especially the yellow Intercontinental title. They've had plenty of opportunities to release that belt.
Yeah.
For the Wrestlemania 6 Ultimate Warrior.
So these yellow and purples here actually just came out. Hopefully they're still in stock because they're going to go fast.
Yeah.
The white ones have been out for a little bit as well. They look great. Let's put them all back together over here. I'll hold up these two guys. So here's a look at all four of the new belts together, all four of the colored belts together. And I got to say, I like the packaging.
Yeah.
Very simple, but that's fine.
Very simple, but nice little sleeve. Resealable pouches if you want to keep them in the bag. Good job on him.
And on the plus side too, the way they're shipped is they're shipped flat in this mailer for the most part, because they're flat, so it saves money. They got here really quick. So let's go ahead and let's put these belts on some wrestlers, why don't we?
Let's try them out.
All right, so we got a bunch of figures here, both from the Mattel Retro line and the original Hasbro. So let's decide who's gonna get what. Well, I think we've got a white Intercontinental, right? So that should go with someone.
That
cool.
should go with somebody current, because this is now based off the current Intercontinental title.
And I think since, now basically these yellow and purples that we have here, these were essentially made for two specific characters.
Yes. The yellow, as I mentioned before, for the Intercontinental title, that was for the Ultimate Warrior for WrestleMania 6. Now, the purple WWE World Heavyweight Championship was meant for the Royal Rumble 1991 match between the Ultimate Warrior and Sgt Slaughter.
Now, unfortunately today, because I didn't get them out in time, we don't have the original Hasbros of them.
No, unfortunately.
But we do have a Retro Warrior from Mattel, so he's going to get a belt.
Yes.
And this purple belt, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I'll give it to Kofi.
He is the current WWE champion right now.
Yeah, so let's go ahead, we'll try him on. We're going to try him on a few different people, see how they look. Who are you going to put your white belts on?
I'm going to say, for the Intercontinental title, gotta give it to Jericho. One of the greatest Intercontinental champions, and if I'm not mistaken, he's got the record for the most Intercontinental championships.
Wow. What doesn't he have?
That is true. He's won everything there is imaginable in WWE.
So here's our Kofi figure, and so you guys can see the back of the belt is just, plain rubber. But yeah, again, gotta say, it's really shiny metallic on these. It's really popping a lot.
Yes.
Especially on these colored belts here. It really pops out. So all we gotta do is just put it around. It's basically just like the original belts. Just slide it onto their waist. And now Kofi, despite being, based on a thinner wrestler, because he's got the jumper body, he's a little thick. A little bit of a thick boy, but still fits on him. Slide it onto the notches, which you can see right here from behind.
Yeah, that was always the issue, even with the Hasbros, with anybody with that jumper ability to get a belt on them was always a bit of a pain.
And here is our World Championship in purple with Kofi Mania.
Actually, that does kind of go well with that attire too.
Right? Yeah. Let's get the other guys from New Day over here too, and they can
Celebrate alongside with.
Exactly.
Also, I gotta say the quality of these belts are top notch.
Yeah, especially when you consider, like, they're basically made by just one person. One dude's making these things. This isn't like a company mass producing these. So there's a lot of love and craft in these belts, and that's what's really great about them too.
And of course, for the white belt, gotta give it a Brett.
Of course. He deserves to have a world title.
Yes, he does.
Put the rocket fuel on the ship and get the diarrhea from eating too many tacos. That's what he said, right? WrestleMania 6?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's
close enough. But yeah,
close enough.
There's a warrior.
For all we know, he could have been saying he could have been saying worse in his promos.
I really don't want to know. But
yeah, neither do I.
He actually can kind of hold. Yeah, he actually can hold it up because the way his hands are molded. He can kind of do like the promo where he's covering his face a little bit.
Interesting.
That's kind of fun. I think it just happened to work out that way, but that's just
and
kind of
actually,
fun.
with the belt the way it is, again with the way the rubber is, it does stay nice and flat.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to find out once we take the belts off if it stays flat. But
well, I'll say with the black championship belts that I got before, they have maintained their shape. It's been at least a year since I did that review. So they have not changed their shape much. And here he is with that yellow Intercontinental title. I apologize for any weirdness because we have to change the green screen for Warrior.
yes.
But that looks really good. That's pretty awesome, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, like here's the back of him as well. You can see. But wow, that looks really good.
That is pretty sweet.
All right, so Vinny, why don't we take a look at the white championship belts now as well?
Let's start with the Intercontinental title with the GOAT, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, the white looks so good.
It does.
And the cool thing is
the gold definitely pops out on the white backdrop.
It's so cool they basically brought the white championship belt back.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different design with the medallions, but it's basically the same.
It's the same as the original IC belt, which was iconic during the 90s.
Yeah, they knew how good it was. They brought it back for that reason.
Which was smart on WWE's part.
And it looks amazing on Jericho.
Yes.
No denial there how good that looks.
Yes. And this is a nice little touch. I don't know if he meant to do it this way, but now it's like you're giving a bit to the current generation.
Yeah, it works out that way.
Because these belts are really meant for the older generation of figures. I like that. He's mixing both.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Brett and his championship belt.
Now, once again, this is actually another Warrior-inspired belt because he did wear this belt during the 1990 Survivor Series. So
another short-lived championship belt that he had. He had a lot of scraps. Most of which he barely used.
If you think about it, like every pay-per-view, once he won the title, he changed the scrap.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 6, of course, was a classic black. SummerSlam was the iconic blue, which is the one that people remember most with the Warrior.
Yeah.
Then Survivor Series was the white. And Royal Rumble was the purple strap.
That's one thing our friend at Wrestling Figure Workshop hasn't done yet is a light blue championship belt. So maybe we'll get that someday from him as well.
That might be next.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, that's the one Mattel has released multiple times.
Yeah, that's true. They're a little too close for comfort there.
Yeah.
I think Warrior really does look like he wants to dance. Just wants to put his hand on Brett's shoulders. This is back rub Warrior. That's his action.
Back rub Warrior?
Yeah, so he's just like, let me work out the tension in your shoulders. That is where the demons lie inside your cavity.
So is the hashtag for this video going to be back rub Warrior?
Yes. Hashtag back rub Warrior. Let's make that trending. Why don't we put the belt in some other guys? I think Goldust should get a belt too. He looks like he'd be very belt worthy.
Yeah, well, now that we did get a Goldust retro, could that mean a gold Intercontinental title?
Ooh, I like the way you're thinking. I wouldn't mind that.
Gold-strapped Intercontinental title. Why not?
See, I think I'm going to give this belt to AJ Styles. Because you don't want some, you can't have none. Would you like some? You can't have none. Oh, you already have some.
That I do.
I got none.
Your Ric Flair has the classic blackstrap WWE title. I'm putting it on the original Hasbro.
Whoa.
Now this one will really test how the belt fits because of the very skinny torso of Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about those figures.
Yeah. Anybody who had the headlock action actually had the skinniest body.
So here's our AJ with the white championship belt on. He looks pretty striking with that belt.
And it does, again, it pops really well.
Yeah.
Now here's the white Strap Championship on Ric Flair. Again, looks nice. And actually, to put the belt on, we had to go all the way through with the notches.
Because he is so super skinny. Luckily, there's only like 3 figures that have this, right? Like, I think it's this 1, 2, 3 Kid, Rick Rude, Flair.
Rick Rude, and that was about it.
Yeah,
yes.
That's it. So that won't really be much of a problem at the very least, though.
No, because compared to everybody else, these notches are like at most midway.
Yeah. So I've got my purple belt now on old Knackers over here. That looks good too. Purple and red are always a good mix.
I would say so.
I mean, normally they're not because it's typically an eyesore if it's a really, really bright purple. But in this case, it's okay because it's kind of a paler
It's
shade.
like
It's more
a
pastel.
duller, yes.
This is Easter Championship belt Nakamura.
Easter
Bunny Nakamura.
Easter Bunny Nakamura.
Hashtag Easter Bunny Nakamura.
Wait a minute. Before Nakamura came to the WWE, was he one of the Easter Bunnies for Adam Rose? He might have been, now I think about it.
My world has been changed.
Now let's see the IC title on the beard, Daniel Bryan.
So yeah, that looks pretty good on him too, actually. Yeah.
But we're not talking about the figures, we're talking about the belts today.
Yeah, and the belts look really good on Daniel Bryan and all the dudes here.
Yeah.
Fits on basically everybody, modern and retro.
It's a home run.
Yeah.
We already discussed the light blue World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe, just maybe, we also get a light blue Intercontinental title that Shawn Michaels wore.
Yeah, they could get that too. There's still a few belts he hasn't done yet, which could totally happen. I could totally see that happening. In addition to that, we know that Wrestling Figure Workshop is actually working on a few other things
Like
outside of this. So as of now, they're only prototype pictures, but he's been working on the Berserker's sword.
Yes, because the Berserker figure did use the mold of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
And it always looked like he needed something in his hand.
So we're gonna hopefully at some point he will make a sword for Berserker. At this point now it's just in the proto phase, and we're also going to get a perfume bottle for Rick Martel.
Once again, that would have been perfect for Martel during the Hasbro days.
Yeah.
Granted, I could understand why they didn't do it because they recycled the original Macho Man's body and he had 2 closed fists. So how are you going to give him a perfume bottle? But apparently from those photos, he figured a way out to do it.
Yeah, so we're going to get some arrogance finally.
So I think, again, he's starting to really nail these out of the park with the accessories.
Yeah, these are really great, and I'm looking forward to him doing more of them. And best of all, they're not that expensive. Again,
I was about to ask you next. What's the price point on these?
The price varies. Like the black belts are the cheapest of the bunch right now.
Because they're probably the most mass-produced, right?
Yeah, he's made a lot of them. The white belts as well aren't really like that much of a difference. The purple and the yellow are the most expensive belts currently, because I guess they're just less plastic and they're going to be limited release. But, with things like this, I don't really worry too much about the money because they're custom made essentially. They're handmade.
They're custom made, so you're really paying more for his labor.
Yeah, you're paying for the craftsmanship, and I think it's worth it.
Yeah, from all that he's done, 100%.
Yeah, like you're going to be paying more money than you would from another vendor, but you're getting something very unique and very cool that you're not getting anywhere else.
Isn't, you could tell too, this isn't like a simple 1, 2, 3 job. This is actually he's putting time and effort in every belt.
Yeah, and it totally shows here, and all the different belts you got here. I mean, so here is the current limited release edition of the yellow and the purples, which look so good.
Yeah.
Flair with that white belt, AJ with the white belt. So they're really cool, and we've already looked at the Black Championship belts. So if you guys want to see our full review of that, check it out in the archives.
Mm-hmm. No, I hope he comes out with some of the other variations now. Well, who knows? If he does want to go a little bit more further down the line, may we see maybe a European Championship?
Well, there is some rumors of him working on some WCW stuff.
Yes, because those would go perfect with Galoob.
Mm-hmm. Galoob had those weird
pseudo big gold belts.
Yeah, those were terrible belts. So
yeah, so hopefully we do get the proper big gold for this era.
I'd be totally into that, so I'm hoping he does them.
Or we never got any other WCW belts. Why not a television title? Why not the tag titles? Why not the quote-unquote replacement WCW championship?
And if we're making our wish list now for Wrestling Figure Workshop, I totally would not mind new ECW belts for the San Francisco Toy Makers line. Because those belts were not that great. Like, I liked them at the time. I still think they're pretty fun, but the gold paint was always kind of bland on those. Like when they re-released Mike Awesome, it was like great, but the first bunch of belts they did were just terrible looking.
Like the paint dulled into the plastic.
Like the paint, there wasn't enough paint. It seemed like they didn't, whatever reason that maybe they didn't prime it or I don't know, but there just was not enough gold. The gold just got dull immediately as soon as you bought it.
Yeah, that
dull.
would be nice if, because even the San Francisco toy line is starting to pick up a little bit of steam too now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting some more steam. So there's clearly a lot that he can do with this line, and I hope that he does more because they're really great. We're big fans.
Yeah, no, he's doing an amazing job. So whatever you're doing, keep with it, please.
It's like a family photo gone wrong.
Basically.
This is weird. I like it. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's like a Golden Girls thing. Very violent Golden Girls.
So wait, does that make Ric Flair blank?
Yes.
Hmm.
Obviously.
And actually, no. Now I'm looking at this. Ric Flair does look a little bit like Sophia. Just put a pair of glasses on him.
I think that's why I never liked that toy. I think that's actually why. Not even joking.
I legitimately just unlocked a major secret in your brain.
This video needs to end now.
With that, everybody, this is the Wrestling Figure Historian.
And I'm Matthew, and I'm traumatized. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time with some more wrestling figure reviews and a whole bunch of other stuff here. And I'm going to go cry in a corner now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.